America shares a large land border with Mexico, so immigration is always going to be an issue here. I mean, you remember the dramas Australia suffered with the boat people. Imagine if we had hundreds of thousands of people physically on our border. I mean, just since the 1st of October last year, there's been 369,000 arrests or detentions along the southwestern border alone. And that was under Trump and under Biden. Now, President Biden is not going to visit the border because obviously if he goes there, that clearly highlights the problem that's underway. What he's doing instead is that he's out doing a tour of the country promoting his COVID relief package, because right now this is the tale of two narratives, of two political stories wrapped around two human crises. So President Biden is selling what he sees as the victory of his COVID package that is being welcomed even by Republican voters. So the Republicans have shifted to the immigration crisis. Now, it is a crisis, even though the Biden administration refuses to call it that. Now, under the last months of the Trump administration, we saw border penetrations and arrests rising to levels we've not seen in a decade. But in January under Biden, there was 100,000 arrests or detentions of illegal immigrants. That's up 28%, sorry, in February. That's up 28%, 100,000 in February alone. The same month, 9,400 children crossed unaccompanied. Now, the single men and most families get processed, turned around and sent back. Well, you can't do that with an 8-year-old. So the Americans are keeping them and they need to house them and they need to do them in humane conditions. And with this surge of children being sent over, it's a clear tactic. The system's being overwhelmed. Because what's happening is that the coyotes, the smugglers, are winning the info wars. Even the Department of Homeland Security admits that. They're saying now is the time to send your kids, some of them 8, 9, 10 years old, with a phone number strapped to them of a relative in America as an anchor. Whereas Homeland Security just this morning came out and said, we're losing this info war. We need to send a message to people in their home countries not to send their children, that this is not going to work. But it really is a crisis. There's at least 4,000 kids alone in camps right now with nowhere to go.
Well, if Biden starts letting them in too, doesn't that send a message to Central America that the US is open?
Well, traditionally what happens is an unaccompanied minor, you either have to locate the parents or you have to find a sponsor. Normally that's a relative who's already here. But, this is the thing, the coyotes are selling the message that Biden has opened the border, when in fact that's not the case. The turnarounds, the policies of the Trump administration in many ways haven't changed yet. The Democrats just want to find a way to make them more humane. So it's the coyotes, the illegal smugglers, who are winning because they're spinning these lies. And the process, there's now a desperate humanitarian crisis on the border that the Republicans are calling the Biden crisis.
Okay.